Next week's programming starting May 5th. On Monday, May 5th, we're going to start off with back squats. Nothing really new here. This is going to be an ascending set, so they increase weight each set. They have the option to. They don't have to increase weight. Try to push them to go for a 3-rep max on that last set, but the goal of the workout is not to get a 3-rep max, meaning don't go really easy on the first 2 sets just so you can hit a 3-rep max. The goal is to get a 3-rep max, but it's also to go very heavy on the first 2 sets. Explain to them that this cycle includes a heavy back or a heavy squat day at the beginning of the week, and then a high repetition squat day at the end of a week. So that's what we've been doing for the past few weeks. We're going to continue doing that. So that's how you can look at our squatting program and what we're doing to get stronger at the squats through this cycle. Encourage them to bounce out of the bottom of that squat. So you're not going down just low enough, but I want you to go down as deep as you can and then push out of it. The conditioning work is all gymnastics. They can compare that to 3 weeks ago. Some people have been asking, well, how do I know when to write down my workouts and when not to? Just tell them to write down every day. And probably going forward, I am going to do something where I say like every Monday, write down your workout. It's going to be retesting them. But right now, I don't really have that planned out. So if people ask, just say write them down. Their 400-meter carry with a plate. That plate should be clamped into your hand, so you're not just like sticking your fingers in the hole and carrying it, but you're like pinching the top of that plate in each hand. 35, 25 may be too heavy for a lot of people, but just let them scale if they do. All right, Tuesday we have clean and jerk. I remember letting them go into a full clean and a split jerk if they're comfortable. If not, they can do a power version of the clean and the jerk. We did 3 sets of 3 for several weeks. Now we're on to sets of 2. It takes some time to explain to them the benefits of Olympic lifting. So I just talked about explosiveness and then going to explain again, same thing as last Tuesday that you explained, that this cycle is to maintain our Olympic lifts but increase our raw strength, and even explain to them what raw strength means. Snatch pulls. I don't mean to beat this like dead horse every week, but just make sure their hips are not shooting up and they're not slowing down significantly on these pulls. Explain to them that what the snatch pulls do. I've been telling them keep their knuckles under the bar in the start. If you have like another little piece of advice that they don't hear often that you want to throw in, throw it in, but throw in some little piece of advice that you don't think they've heard or they don't hear very often. Then we're going to do some weights and metabolic conditioning. So we got kettlebell swings, double unders, and burpees. It'll be 2 times the double unders if they can only do singles. Wednesday, this is about, I don't know, maybe it's about the 5th or 6th week in a row that we've done muscle ups or rope climbs and 5 pistols. Again, give a reason why you're doing the progression you're doing. And the athletes should be seeing some progress right now. Ask the classes if they're seeing any progress. If they say no, which a lot of people don't realize that they progress, just ask them what they were doing 4 weeks ago on the rope climb, or ask them where they were 4 weeks ago on the muscle up, and usually they'll realize that, oh, well, I have progressed. Well, the sled is a 100-meter sled pull throughs. I sent a video a couple of weeks out about that, so it's the same thing, just when you're hinging at the hips, getting those arms as far behind you as you can, and just pulling through with the hips. Don't pull forward with your hands. This is all a hip exercise. If people ask why we're doing it, one, it strengthens your posterior chain, so your back muscles and your hamstrings, because look, it's very similar to a deadlift, and then it also strengthens up your hips. Talk a little bit about core strength for the V-ups and what core strength really means. So whatever it means to you, is definitely not doing a whole bunch of sit-ups and crunches. For me, it means having the ability to hold good isometric holds, so hollow positions, L sits, because that's what transfers over into other areas of sports. Then we're going to do 2 sets of 400-meter sprints. Thursday, we're doing the strict press, 3 sets of 3. Each week, we're alternating bench press and strict press. This was a note I left over. Look up Louis Simmons and give some bench press pointers. I hope y'all did that last week. All right, the conditioning. We're going to do a minute of wall balls, a minute of toes to bar, a minute of power snatch. That power snatch should be light, and a minute of rest. But I wanted to transition to the next station at 50 seconds. So you'll do 50 seconds of wall balls. Take that 10 seconds to transfer to toes to bar, and then start toes to bar on the minute. Here you'll see we're doing high rep squats with the wall balls. So explain to them, say, remember on Monday we did the max effort squats. Today we're doing repetition squats. So these work hand in hand together to increase your squat. And explain to them, or I'm explaining this to y'all, that if a power lifter or somebody at Westside Barbell used that method, they wouldn't be doing wall balls for their repetition squats. They'd probably get under a barbell, put about 40–50% of their weight on there, and do something like as many reps as they could in a minute, or they may do 20 reps, but it wouldn't be in the middle of a Metcon. The way we do that in a lot of times at CrossFit is we just incorporate those high reps into the conditioning workout. So one, for time management, it's much better, and it also provides a good conditioning response by putting it into the Metcon. Then we're going to finish with ring dips and strict pull-ups. People should be seeing some progress on this too, so ask them about that. Make them see their progress. An option for ring dips, is, especially for females and a lot of the guys that aren't quite as strong yet, set up 2 30-inch boxes and put a dumbbell on each side. They can do stationary dips. They can also do ring dip negatives. So what I like to do is make them hold a ring dip at the top with perfect hollow position, tight body, and then lower themselves down as slow as they can, and then do that 5 times. Each time hold themselves at the top for 5 seconds. Then we're going to deadlift 3 sets of 3 across, and explain to them we do a cross to get in that high volume of heavy weight. Then a 7-minute AMRAP of hang cleans, lunges with the bar in the front rack, and 20 deadlifts. That's 1 lunge on each foot. So you do one on the one foot, on the right foot, that's 1, the left foot's 2. Back knee touches the ground and back foot stays on the ground. And this should be very, very light. So I mean, doing 20 deadlifts, this should be really, really light. So have them scale down if they need to. We don't want anybody doing 140 deadlifts at even 50% of their max weight. Again, this should be very light. Encourage people to scale on this. We're not going to have any regular class on Saturdays. We're doing the Dragon Boat races, but I will post this up. Some power clean and power jerks and some conditioning work for Saturday. Thank you.